Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Very quick presentation, so no time for jokes or dancing or anything like that. So we'll keep it straightforward for you. My name's Steve Broom. I'm a 35-year career banker. It got very dull, so I decided to go out and do something a bit different. I've known Tom and Paul for probably the last 15 years, and I had a great opportunity to go and work alongside them as well. So it's been really good for the last 12 months, and hopefully many years to come now. Banks today, as you're probably aware, they're a little bit kind of adrift from where they were when I first started 35 years ago. They seem to be focusing on cutting resources, shutting branches, and not really giving clients a particularly good service that we perhaps enjoyed in previous years. It's really important when you're running a business, if you are heading into tough times, that you've got someone to talk to. And how I position myself is as a banking relationship manager still. I just don't work for a bank. So one thing I would like you to take away from this today is that if your clients need to talk to somebody about anything banking, let me do that for you. Let me talk to them, let me guide them through their existing facilities, any new facilities that are available, and see if I can help them out when their own bank might not be there to do so for them. So just talking about things today, property finance is obviously a very big hot topic at the moment. Rates going up, maybe going up some more, who knows? Stress testing and interest cover ratios are going to be an ongoing issue for your clients. Just to give you an example of stress testing, probably a year ago, we were stress testing things at about probably 5%. Now, in the current climate, with the recent base rate rises, we're stress testing possibly 10%, possibly higher. That means for investment portfolios, the reduction in the amount people can borrow on the same rental income from last year is nearly half. It's just over half of what they could borrow a year ago. So there'll be covenants being broken, there'll be issues they're facing. Banks aren't following up on covenant breaches at the moment as far as I can see, but that time will come. If they need to refinance, if they need to do anything different, there will be some conversations to be had, and I can support your clients through those conversations. Property values and valuations. I don't know if you've valued a property recently, but the valuers are covering their backsides at the moment, so you can generally expect evaluations to come in at 10 to 20% less than what you expected it to be, because they're thinking it might go down in 2 years' time, and I don't want my PI to be hit, so I'll just downvalue the property, which is another issue for your clients. Looking at cash flow finance, which is something I do more of now, because property, as you can imagine, is slowed up quite significantly. There is still good appetite amongst lenders, not necessarily in the high street banks. I work with probably up to 100 lenders. I will still use the high street banks where I possibly can, but their appetite is limited. A lot of niche lenders have sprung up over the last 5 years, and where the banks have reduced their appetite, other lenders have come up to fill that gap. So there are lots of specialist lenders that you probably wouldn't have heard of that will lend to customers for certain reasons, if certain parameters hit, mainly on a secured basis. But there are lots of lenders out there that will help your clients. Looking at a couple of bits, invoice finance versus overdraft facilities. Over the years, invoice finance has had a bit of a bad rep, but it's really coming forward now. It's far better than overdraft facility funding for clients. It's a really good scalable product. There's also other products like revolving credit, secured term loans and bridging finance that we can use to help businesses in the cash flow space. So there's lots of different options for clients, but they probably wouldn't know about them. So I can help them, guide them through and give them access to certain other facilities that they may not have even thought were relevant for them. So working with BABR, it's been really a really interesting journey for me. And a couple of things I'd just like to sort of give you an example of is one of the clients that Tom was dealing with, they thought they were heading towards an insolvency situation. So they had to sit down with Tom. Tom talked them through, had a look at their business and thought, hang on, this business doesn't feel like it's insolvent, it just needs a bit of help. I'm currently about to draw down a loan that will get them through their tight period. They're a perfectly viable business, and they will hopefully be trading through the summer, and after the summer they'll be in a much better position with new contracts coming on board, and the business will carry on and trade successfully thereafter. Another one was where a business came to me for finance, but after chatting with them and having a conversation with the directors, it became very clear that finance was only going to kick the problem down the road for another 6 months. And that business is now through an insolvency procedure, and is going to help them out to make the right decision for them at that time. So there's ways that I can help out with people, but I really would just stress, like, use me as a bank manager where you can't get hold of a bank manager in the client's bank. And if they've got any queries, happy to just field clients' queries, have a conversation, go and meet them. Use me as a resource for your business. I'd be happy to do that. there's any questions, we're happy to chat with you now, or we can have a conversation in the bar later.
I think that's a bar one. Keep it to
Cheers.
time.
Okay, yeah, with time.
Taskmaster.